What's good, y'all? I'm about to react to this Avengers Doomsday massive cast reveal. Captain America and Ghost Rider confirmed. Okay, give us the news, everything, always.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Rose.
Golly, man, I hope we get that second cherry reveal this month, man. Since it's October, since it's the freaks come out at night type of month, costume month, trick or treat month, why don't we get that cherry reveal this month, man? Since it falls right into place, with it. Let's make Halloween great. Hey, let's make
AKA
Halloween
All
great
Fires.
again.
Now, if you've been following channels like mine, you'll know that weeks ago at a wrap party, there were several people who were gifted a merchandise bag that had all of the costumes and characters embroidered on the side. And as we remarked during that video and breakdown, one of the interesting details was that everyone who was included in that first round of cast announcements was on that bag, really begging the question, are there additional cast members to Avengers Doomsday? Well, we got a major confirmation last night coming from a trusted industry insider source that not only confirmed Chris Evans, but his role in the film, and then went on to talk about certain cast details as they are important for Doomsday, including one enormous cameo for a fan favorite character that we haven't had in the MCU just yet. We're breaking it all down, this latest industry insider update for the cast for Avengers Doomsday, including this newest confirmation of Chris Evans' return. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. Thanks to everyone who...
I ain't gonna lie, man. I would like to see Chris Evans as a bad Captain America. I think the bad Captain America is Captain Hydra. I don't know much about Captain Hydra because I don't read comics, but I know much about Captain America. And Captain America, the Winter Soldier, is still my favorite. Above, even though Brave New World came out this year, that's still not beating it. And that movie was terrible. But still ain't nothing beating Captain America, the Winter Soldier, dude, man. So they gonna start him off, as I heard, they gonna start Avengers Doomsday off with Captain America going back to his place where he was with Peggy Carter in their house. So I can't wait how they gonna start back off of there. Start back at the end of Endgame, then gonna continue on with Avengers Doomsday. But man, I would like to see Chris Evans like Human Torch meet up with Captain America. Dude. That would be cool too.
been subbing lately and help grow the channel. We've been growing at an insane pace, and if you haven't already, whether you're just finding us or you've been rocking with the channel for a while, I would just kindly invite you to hit the sub button. It's the #1 thing.
And I ain't gonna lie, I would like to see like other actors have like their cameos like similar to their. I know Human Torch and Captain America is not similar whatsoever, but I want to see how they can have like his character, like have his like the have him, then have the same him as like a different character, how they have them faced off. That would be pretty cool though. Shoot. Then how Doctor Doom RDJ versus RDJ Iron Man. See that twin versus mode. Well, I would say, but it would be pretty cool to see it kind of be like a evil versus twin.
You can do to support us,
battle.
plus it'll enter you for all the giveaways. Again, all you got to do be a sub, leave a comment. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so this is the latest update according to industry insider Daniel Rickman. You guys can follow him over on Twitter at RBK News, and if you're somehow not familiar with his name, he's probably the most active and trusted source in the Marvel scoop game outside of Jeff Snyder over the last 2 years. His track record goes a lot further past that, plus big Hollywood trades often re-report on his scoops. Take that as you will. This was his latest update via Patreon late last night. Quote, I can confirm that Chris Evans is in Avengers Doomsday and plays a major role in the story. Besides him, the announced cast are the main players in this story. There are also multiple cameos from other characters, including Ghost Rider. Okay, so this actually helps clarify a lot of questions we've been having over the last couple of weeks about what's really going on with the cast. First and foremost, and as we mentioned, what was embroidered on the side of that merch was the main cast from the announcements in the chairs, 1-to-1. There were no additional characters, there were no characters missing. That really made it seem like maybe all of these reports of a second casting announcement were false. And I think that's still true. I do not think we're going to get another round of chair cast announcements, even though Robert Downey Jr. and Marvel Studios basically openly talked about it on social media about adding more names. Those names like Chris Evans, Ghost Rider, etc., which we're going to get into, probably won't have a cast announcement. They'll probably save those for either major trailer reveals during the marketing.
Hey, Nicolas Cage. I would like to see a return Nicolas Cage, man. Even though I heard people didn't like his Ghost Rider, I liked it. I really didn't see the other Ghost Rider. I think it was in the show. I forgot what show it was. They had like that kind of Ghost Rider. I didn't see how that one was, but I love Nicolas Cage. Both Ghost Rider movies, man. I would like to see him return. And he's supposed to be playing Spider-Man New York. Can't wait for that project to come out. Can't wait. I can't wait to see him face off with have him with Spider-Man New York and then have his Nicolas Cage like fight against each other. That'd be pretty cool. Like a twin battle, like I said earlier. But that'd be pretty cool. I want Nicolas Cage to come back as
or for the film
Ghost
itself,
Rider.
especially if it's a smaller cameo, like I'm going to assume Ghost Rider is going to be,
Yeah.
not just because of his language in the scoop, but because
Somebody in the comments said Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I really don't have a problem with that. I really want to see that work. And I also would see Ryan Gosling play Black Panther. I just want to see how far they would take that, though. That would be something interesting to see. Have a white actor play Black Panther. I want to see that, though. I want to see how far they would take that. That would probably pretty weird, though, but I just want to see
let's
how
be
that
real,
would
they
work,
have a lot of
though.
characters they need to focus on, namely Doctor Doom, and now that we know that Chris Evans is returning as Steve Rogers, add that onto the 616 characters, the Fantastic Four, the returning Fox X-Men. Yeah, where's the room to follow Ghost Rider through 30 minutes of a script? There's not. So those cameos, expect them to be small, either in action sequences or for establishing what's going on across the multiverse. But conversely to that, Daniel Richtman is confirming that Steve Rogers is going to play a major role in the film. Outside of that cast that's been confirmed, he'll be a major player, which again, keeping in mind, they don't have too much room to add any other major players. They've got to go back and revisit Steve Rogers' storyline from when we last saw him in Avengers Endgame, which sort of retroactively started.
Yeah, I would like to see they go back to Captain America, and then I will see how they would talk about he gave the shield to Sam Wilson. I want to know how he will react after he gave Sam Wilson the shield. His older self gave Sam Wilson the shield, but his younger self probably was like, huh? I bet that don't make no sense. He probably said, Dad, Bucky, I wish you got the shield instead of Sam Wilson. I wish Bucky would have. For me, I think Bucky should have been Captain America. I think he should like push that torch to his best friend Bucky, even though they grew up together, then they died together. Well, yeah, I would say that. Yeah, they did die. Not together though, but they did kind of. I ain't gonna lie, Captain America did froze into the ice, then came back into the Avengers timeline. I'm going off of movie-wise, probably comic book-wise, probably different. Then I think Bucky done died. I think he slid off like a hill, and I think I don't know. I think he did die. I think he was like, his head, his neck was broken. I think it was broken, then they fixed him back up, made him like robotic. They gave him a robotic arm, like a strong arm, some type. Then I guess that's how it happened. But man, dude, I would like to see them how the younger Captain America felt, how they gave Sam Wilson that shield. I would like to see
To
how
confirm
that
a lot of
interact.
leaks and rumors that place Steve Rogers at the center of what's going on in Doomsday and some of Doom's motivations, as it's been heavily rumored that Doom will be hunting Captain America because of an incursion he caused when he went back in time to return the Infinity Stones in Mjolnir and then didn't return to where he should have in 616 and instead lived out his life with Peggy Carter. And spoiler warning for this next part, if you somehow haven't caught videos or leaks and rumors rumors about this, but there is heavily rumored to be a scene that either takes place in the first act or the beginning of the second act, in which Doctor Doom is literally visiting the house where Steve and Peggy Carter live. There's also been rumors that Loki's doing the same thing. We don't know if they're all going to meet up in Steve Rogers' living room, but again, this places him at the center of the storyline, and if he truly caused an incursion that
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Loki gonna warn Captain America. Captain America probably ain't gonna know who's there. Like, who? Hey, Captain America, get out. You and Peggy, get out. There's something wrong about to happen. Da 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 da. And then they probably didn't get out in time because Captain America probably don't believe them. And then Dr. Doom, he probably come through that front door. Wham! That front door came out the hinges. Then he just all of a sudden just attacked Peggy. He probably seen Peggy Carter in the way, so he attacked him instead. He wanted to attack Captain America, just hit her. Then she probably done died, or he took her to the hospital, or Dr. Doom probably done grabbed Captain America and said, "Hey man, hey, it is what it is, man." I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just BSing right now. Maybe that storyline might come out as that, or a storyline might change. But I'm just making up my own observation how that's gonna play
either
out.
had detrimental effects on the 828 or on Doctor Doom's original timeline, which we do not think is the 828. It might have affected his family.
I ain't gonna lie, hey man, I'm sorry that I did your wife like that, man, but I need you to come join the team, though. I ain't gonna lie, that shit be dirty. That'd be dirty for Dr. Doom to do that. But I don't. This is gonna be a wild movie to watch, though. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a wild and a dark movie. I can tell that. I guess it was one of the Russo brothers in his picture. He was sitting in the dark. Like, he just felt alone in the dark when he posted that picture. I ain't gonna lie, like, this gonna be a dark movie. I can tell. I can really tell how he just sitting in the dark in that photo. I was just analyzing him in that dark, like, yo, this is gonna be a dark movie, man. Like, something is not gonna go
Which we'll
right
see
with
those
this movie.
motivations manifest in what he ends up doing with the reality in the new timeline during Avengers Secret Wars. Tangent for a different video, but in the meantime, this all seems to paint a picture and corroborate these leaks that there is a major story for Steve Rogers, and it will pick up with that character going back in time at the end of Avengers Endgame, the same way they're going to have to pick up with Tony Stark's death at the end of Avengers Endgame. And while yes, a lot has transpired during the multiverse saga with the introduction of a ton of new characters, here we are circling.
Think about Peggy Carter. I really didn't see like the show, but I heard that she can really fight just like Captain America, but I don't think she got no super serum though. I don't know, cause I ain't looked at the show yet, and I kind of want to look at that show now, since they probably gonna make her a factor.
Back on Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. That said, with the Ghost Rider of it all, I know the huge question will be, will this be a recast new Ghost Rider, or do we think this will be the return of Nicolas Cage? And honestly, while those details,
I want Nicolas Cage back, man. I love Nicolas Cage. I love his first movie. Actually, I love both his movies, but I like his first one than his second movie, though. But I ain't gonna lie, that second movie had some good camera cuts of how it looked like it was wild. Like, it was a wild man with them camera cuts of how they did the second movie. But I ain't gonna lie, I had Idris Elba. I guess it was like a light dude. I forgot his name, dude. He was like some kind of light dude, and he played Heimdall in Thor. So he was two Marvel characters up in there. Now Nicolas Cage, he gonna be two Marvel characters, Spider-Man Noir and Ghost Rider. Hopefully see him as Ghost Rider. I ain't gonna lie, what's up with that Spider-Man Noir project gonna come out? What's the release date on that? I'm ready for that to come out. I ain't gonna lie, that's one show I'm looking forward to, a show or a movie of Spider-Man Noir though. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't say I was gonna watch no more shows, but hey, Spider-Man Noir, I'm in a treat for that shoot. Even though they had the suit from the Spider-Man games, that Spider-Man Noir suit, that suit was kind of cool. Had calm and accurate to that suit. But it's pretty cool. But I want to
haven't
see
been
Nicolas Cage
disseminated.
come back
If
as
I had
Ghost
to
Rider.
guess, this would be Nicolas Cage returning. Look, he's still doing Spider-Man Noir live action. He's still active in Hollywood. And of course, bringing back Wesley Snipes' Blade really opened the door for them to bring back any of these legacy characters. That's what they're doing. Why go ahead and do a new recast for Ghost Rider
Yeah.
and during Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars when you can just save that for Phase 7 when we get to the Midnight Suns? That's when they'll be recasting Mahershala Ali as Blade. Technically, he already was Blade because of his voiceover at the end of Eternals.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I would like a Midnight Suns project. Give me more familiar with all the characters though. That would be pretty cool though. I would really like a project like that though. Be like a Avengers project, kind of like how they did Thunderbolts, but Thunderbolts was terrible. But if they can do something like that with Midnight Suns, that'd be pretty dope. And I want Wesley Snipes' Blade to have his last movie, dog. I really agree with Ryan Reynolds when he say, "Hey, give Blade one more movie to kick it off." I would like him, and then how they reintroduce like a new Blade, or recast a Blade, or something like that. I would like Wesley to have his
You know what?
last movie though as Blade, because he can't be Blade forever though. He can't be. He gotta give it to somebody else. I know he did say in Deadpool, "There's ever gonna be one Blade," but nah, man, you can't play Blade forever, dude. Shit, I think he probably in his 60s. I think 50s, 60s. He really can't move like he used to. Nah, man, give it up. Give it
And
to somebody
that's a
else.
tangent for a different
Recast.
video too. They are still moving forward with Blade. We will have a Midnight Suns in the MCU. That's when I expect a recast for a brand new Ghost Rider. For this Ghost Rider, however, and fingers crossed, it's going to be Nick Cage back as his version. And honestly, don't expect a huge role in the film. I'm thinking that some of these characters who are returning for small cameos are simply going to be expensive cannon fodder for Doom to establish his dominance over all of these superheroes as we're headed directly into Avengers Secret Wars. And could they possibly come back as other variants during Secret Wars? Yeah, of course. It doesn't preclude them from that. I think that Marvel won't miss an opportunity for that final battle in Avengers Secret Wars to maybe be the biggest of all time on screen. They're going to get as many characters in there as possible to try to one-up Avengers Endgame. In the meantime, though, just don't expect a lot of lines or a lot of roles for any of these characters. I think Wesley Snipes' Blade had a lot of dialogue in Deadpool only because that resistance force was so small. That is not going to be the case for the cast in Avengers Doomsday. They do not have extra lines, extra scenes, extra time to get into returning small cameos like that, especially since we know now not only are they addressing Tony Stark's death as it relates to Doctor Doom and a character we haven't explored at all outside of that Fantastic Four post-credit scene, but now they have to revisit what's been going
I ain't gonna lie, we did see how Peggy Carter, right there when he tried to go back to the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie, we did see Peggy Carter do a little something, but Scarlet Witch got her up out of here. Scarlet Witch, she's so proud. She got them all up out of here, dude. That was so disrespectful, man. That was so disrespectful. Definitely to Charles Xavier, the older Charles Xavier from the X-Men films, dude. That was so disrespectful, man. But hopefully we see Scarlet Witch back. Hopefully we see that whole cast right there back, dude. And that dude right there, Fantastic Four, Reed Richards. He should have been Reed Richards instead of Pedro Pascal. But that was a good Fantastic Four movie. I can't lie you on that. That was a good Fantastic Four, but should gave Galactus more of a film presence, more scenes, all this and that. Get more familiar with Galactus, because that was a damn good Galactus. Better than the one in '07 they had in the scale of like a doo-doo Galactus. What in the world was that? What in the world was that? But hopefully we see this whole cast back,
on with Steve
man.
Rogers, and since we last saw him a half decade ago during the end of Avengers Endgame. That's a lot to get through with not a lot of time left for Ghost Rider cameos, but you guys let me know.
Ain't gonna lie, and something just popped in my brain. The Council of Reeds, damn, it's probably gonna be 5. I think it's gonna be like, trying to see. It's gonna be 5 Reed Richards, 5 Council of Reed Richards, ain't? Cause you got, I forgot his name. You got the '05 Reed Richards, the '15 Reed Richards. If they bring him back, even though that move was terrible, I hope they bring him back. You got oh never mind, no, that's the then Reed Richards from Multiverse of Madness. I wanna know if they gonna bring him back. I would like to see him back. And you got Pedro Pascal. That's the only dude I know his real name. Others I don't even know. I would like that. So then he gonna have 4 Reed Richards. Hopefully include that dude from Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. If not, is what it is though, man.
All your thoughts down below about any and all of this. Which version of Ghost Rider would you most like to see? Do you agree it's most likely Nick Cage? And how do you feel about them going back and revisiting Steve Rogers' story, making him a main character when there's all these other characters that have yet to have as much time on screen, and even during the Multiverse Saga? I'm all ears as always. Quickly, we're still giving away PS5s at the channel. The next one is for Wonder Man. If you want to be entered to win, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below.
Nobody care about Wonder Man, man. Nobody care about Wonder Man.
This is truly random. The more video content has always been. And while I would sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.
No problemo. That was a good video. Everything always. Can't wait for this movie to come out. Actually, I really can't wait now. I said I like this is gonna be a weird, interesting movie. I just seen one of the Russo brothers posted that photo. I like, man, this movie might be darker than Spider-Man Brand New Day. How he's sitting in the dark, just chilling. Like, man, just chilling all alone in the dark. But yeah, Doomsday gonna be a dark movie. I think Secret Wars gonna be light. Hopefully, if the good guys win, it is what it is. If the bad guys win, it is what it is. And then they probably gonna start putting out independent films off like they been doing. But it is what it is, man. This movie is very interesting now. It's very, very interesting. But I see y'all later. Hit the boys up with the view. Hit me with the view. Hit me with the views. And I catch y'all later. What's good, y'all? I'm about to react to this Creature Crave post of Daredevil into Marvel Rivals. I ain't gonna lie, I need to get into Marvel Rivals, though. But I just want to see how he would look. Maybe they'll bring him in Avengers Secret Wars, maybe. Or maybe in the Spider-Man franchise, if they can. Because he wasn't the last movie of Spider-Man No Way Home. But I just wanted just to check this out. I won't get copyrighted this video.
Forgive me for what I am about to do.
Dang. Okay. That's pretty cool, though. Gonna lie, he like got the pinkness with him, though. I don't see no red, though. I got pinkness color, though. Kind of cool color, I ain't gonna lie. I wanna know, can you change like different colors when you playing Marvel Rivals? You can change like they have like a blue suit or a purple suit. You can change like the green or red or whatever. Let me get it.
On the hunt.
Oh, that's pretty cool. On the hunt. I ain't gonna lie, gave him more like a demon voice than one from Daredevil season 1. Boy, Daredevil season 1 of that show, wow, that really impressed me. That really made me enjoy Daredevil and Kingpin. Season 2 of The Punisher, not so much though. But season 1 of Daredevil really got me in the sense for liking Daredevil. I really like Daredevil, and that's it. They showing the fighting and animations and the voice actor. The voice actor, he really did his thing on Daredevil. But that's it I got for y'all today. Run them views up for your boy, and I'll see y'all later.